Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Moses J. Sildana and I'm a local from Goa, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you the current situation update. And right now the weather in Goa is very beautiful. So today is a bright sunny day, as you can see, and it does not rain much nowadays, so there will be a little bit of rain for 10 to 15 minutes in the day, but otherwise it's beautiful weather. But it's always recommended to carry a raincoat with you, if just in case if you're riding a bike. Also guys, the bike rates in Goa as of now in September should be around 250 rupees. For a scooty, it should be about 1000 to 1200 for a Swift Desire i20. If you're getting a i10, then you would have to pay around 800 to 900 rupees. Okay, that's the rates that are going on right now. Okay, now for rental cars and bikes, you cannot take it out of the state of Goa. So I get this question quite a lot: is can I take it to Gokarna or Karwar or anything? You cannot take any rental cars from Goa out of Goa. Okay, now important news is the COVID testing, guys. Now COVID testing, the rules have changed again. So now the new rules are, for the state of Kerala, you would require 5 days mandatory quarantine. So quarantine means if you are coming to Goa and you're staying in somebody's house, then you have to do a home quarantine, or I guess if you are going to a hotel, you have to do a 5 days hotel quarantine. So I will get more of this information, and as soon as possible you can comment to me or message me on Instagram. I will try to help you as much as possible for the state of Kerala. Whereas all other states, like for example you're coming from Mumbai, other states like Pune, these are all in Maharashtra. I mean, all the other states in India, you can come in if you are fully vaccinated. You can come into Goa only 14 days after the second dose. So suppose you took your vaccine on the 1st, you have to come on the after the 15th only. So that is if you are fully vaccinated. Now if you've taken one dose of the vaccine, you will still need a COVID test. If you have not taken any dose of vaccine, you will still require a COVID test. Now a COVID test does not mean you have to do the RT-PCR. You can also do an antigen test, but the test has to be within 72 hours of arrival into Goa. So suppose you're coming on the 3rd, I would recommend to do RT-PCR on the 1st. If you're doing an antigen test, do it on the 2nd, and then you come on the 3rd. Guys, if you're coming walking, if you're coming by flight, if you're coming by train, if you're coming by anyhow, if you're coming crawling by boat, anyhow you will require a COVID test. This is just because people ask me silly questions. They say, if I come walking, will I still require a COVID test? Yes, you will require. Even if you're coming by bus, you will require a COVID test. So these are some things to remember. Now what has opened up in Goa? Now this is very cool, is that on the 15th of September onwards, Watersports has opened up in Goa. Now all the beaches at the moment don't have water sports, but it will be slowly opening up because they have to bring all their jet skis and boats to the beach. So it will take about 5 days to set up. So from the 20th to the 25th onwards, you will start to see more of these water sports activities available on the beaches. Okay, so that is the water sports update from here in Goa. The next update is about the casinos. Now casinos as of now are still closed, and casinos should be opening up in the month of October, hopefully, because the minister, Mr. Michael Lobo, has announced that he will be talking to the CM of Goa and requesting the CM to open up the casinos here in Goa. Now other things that are open is all the beach restaurants are now open. So if you want to have a great time, you can enjoy. Now these are not the beach shack, guys. Beach shacks only open up in the month of October. But this year, hopefully, they will be opening up earlier. So they will be setting up maybe from the 25th to the 26th onwards. You will start to see that they start building these shacks on the beach. If you've been to Goa before, you've probably seen these beach shacks with music, food, beach beds and everything. So beach beds this year should be costing about 100 rupees per hour, at most of the popular beaches like Kalangut and Baga, and other beaches they would do like maybe 100 rupees for the full day, or you can make a deal accordingly. Now the next thing is about Dudhsagar. Okay, every day I keep on getting this question. Dudhsagar is open only for a trek. Now a trek means it is 11 kilometers to Dudhsagar walking, and it is 11 kilometers from Dudhsagar walking back. So you have to walk from 22 kilometers. They charge you 700 rupees per person for the guide to take you. Okay, and it's quite a tiring trek. So if you are physically very fit, then I would recommend going, but otherwise I would recommend that you wait for the jeeps, which will open up in the month of October. Now other things are like you have all parties that are open. Most of the clubs are open. Tito's Lane clubs are open, Hammers Club is open, Refresh Club is there, there is Soro Club, there's Casa Tito's. There are many different clubs that are open here. Okay, but these all close after 11 o'clock, guys. So after the 20th, hopefully they will extend the timings of the clubs. So as of now, clubs, these are the club timings. Now the other things that are open are the forts. Now all the forts have opened up fully. Now even Aguada Fort is now open. Another very interesting place to go to is the Aguada Jail, which is right below the Aguada Fort. This is a very beautiful place. They have completely renovated it. I will try and go and do a video there. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe to my channel. I do videos here in Goa almost every single day. And in the for example, suppose you're going to the fort, you require to do an online booking. I wouldn't recommend doing it last moment over there, is because when you are there, sometimes the network is pretty bad. Especially for the Fort Aguada, you require to get online booking, so it becomes much easier. It's very cheap. I will put the price over here. Okay, and guys, all the other forts like Shapora Fort, Race Magos Fort, everything is open. The Basilica of Bom Jesus, which is in Old Goa, is open. You can go from 10 o'clock till 4 o'clock only. Okay, Panjim Church is open, but you cannot go inside. All the other churches you can go outside if you would like to click pictures or anything, but you cannot go inside. Only the Basilica in Old Goa is open. Now some other things that are interesting here to do is you can go to all the beaches, you can go to every place, but some of these beaches, now for example, a lot of subscribers have been messaging me that there is some tar like substances on beaches like the way to the Sweetwater Lake in Arambol, in South Goa. Quite a few people messaged me that there is like this oil kind of thing on the beaches. Guys, if you see this, please do not put your feet into them, because that is tar. Okay, tar or maybe oil, so it will be very difficult to take it off your shoes. So this has been floating and come from the sea, from some ship or something, so make sure not to get your feet stuck in that. Also, if you want some budget food options, you can also order from these apps like Swiggy to Zomato. I'm not sponsored by them. Just to tell you that it is much cheaper. You get a lot of discounts. Sometimes you can even get 60% off. This is suppose you're tired after a long day and you don't want to walk to a restaurant. But something to remember is that most hotels do not allow the Swiggy guys to come into the hotel. So you'll or Swiggy, Zomato guys, you will probably have to walk outside the hotel and get it. If they're going to ask you and you get nervous about it, carry a backpack with you, put your food in the backpack, walk in. Nobody's going to ask you any questions. Okay, now about swimming on the beaches, as of now, swimming on the beaches is still not allowed. Okay, now why is that? Is because people keep on asking me like questions like, please tell us another beach where we can swim. I understand you want to swim, guys, but please keep in mind the lifeguards are doing it for a reason. And why the reason is because in off season here in Goa, the tides are very, very strong. So when the tides are strong, the water is very rough, and when you go in the water, even if you go to knee depth water, the water will suck you in with almost the force of a truck, and you'll start tumbling inside the water like a washing machine. And we have seen a couple of people that have drowned off late because they went into the sea. So I would completely advise, please do not make the mistake in going in the sea. If the lifeguards tell you to come out of the water, immediately listen to them. Okay, things to remember also is, please do not throw trash anywhere in Goa. Is because if you come to Goa and you want to see a beautiful clean Goa, also leave it a beautiful clean Goa when you are leaving. So do not throw any trash, do not throw any plastics or anything like that, guys. Also, something else to remember is drinking on the beach is completely illegal. You would have to pay a fine of up to 10,000 rupees. If you take any bottles from the wine store and go to the beach and drink, you would have to pay up to 10,000 rupees. Drinking and driving is illegal. Okay, so do not do it, because you would again get a big fine, or you could get imprisoned, depending on how drunk you are. Okay, and drinking and driving is not recommended. Now, other things to remember is always wear a helmet here in Goa. Okay, because you will get caught everywhere without a helmet, and you would have to pay a fine for that as well. So, and then they also, driving without a license is not allowed. So please do not take a bike, even if they are willing to give it to you, is because you'll get a big fine and you can get into trouble also. So those are some of the rules that to keep in mind. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you have any more questions, comment below and I'll be happy to help you guys. Also, if you're new, please do subscribe. Thank you for watching again, and have a beautiful time here in Goa.